Good morning and welcome to another fantastic edition of Plus Sport. Definitely, as usual, it's definitely going to be an interesting show on today's program. And it's all good to know that it's a wonderful, wonderful holidays for our viewers across the globe. Today is having a special guest in the house talking about the captain of Cycology Cycling Club, talking about Temitope George. Good morning. It's good to have you on the show.
Good morning, Mudashiru. It's good to be here.
And it's obvious from the topic that we'll be talking about cycling and art matters. So everything that has to do with cycling and the art, because research has shown that cycling is a very good companion to the art. So if you want your art to really do so well, cycling is a sport you have to take. So today, Ma, tell us, cycling and art matters. What's the connection?
So cycling is an aerobic exercise. And so because when you're cycling, your heart is pumping, your heart is beating, it's fantastic for the heart. So cycling is very good. We have, so as in Cycology Cycling Club, we have over 230 registered members. And some of our members have had high blood pressure issues, right? And because of cycling, some of them haven't had to take their drugs. Some of them will tell you that they don't take their drugs anymore because of continuous cycling.
So, but it's the issue. We know cycling is a sport, and is it subconscious or unconsciously that it will affect your art? Because we have incidents where even in other sports that earth matters are really affected. Is this subconscious? Is there anything I need to do for it to have effect, cycling to have effect in my art? Or is just conscious or subconsciously it will definitely have that effect?
So doctors will tell you that if you do some form of aerobic exercise every week, at least 5 times a week, you keep your body moving, you're walking, you're jogging, you're cycling, it keeps you in your heart in a healthy condition. So that is what doctors recommend. I'm not a doctor, I'm just a very avid cyclist. But I know that, so when I had my children, I had gestational diabetes. So I am prone to type 2 diabetes. Cycling has also helped to manage my diet and help to keep diabetes away.
How aware are Nigerians about this benefit of cycling to the art?
Well, I don't know how aware Nigerians are, but that's why I'm here today. I'm here to say that look, join a community, join a cycling club. You find that when you join other people, in a healthy sport, it makes it easier for you. So if you join a club like ours, Cycology Cycling Club, there'll be people they're beginners, they're people that can ride, they're people that just want to ride 20 to 25 kilometers an hour. Of course, there are other people that want to ride 30 to 35 kilometers an hour and above. I ride between 25 and 30 kilometers. So there are people, you'll find a group for everybody. So we encourage people to take up a sport like cycling. Apart from the heart, cycling makes you happy. In the mornings when I go out for a ride, my mental health, my mental alertness is highly improved. It actually improves my day at work. Particularly with this post-pandemic world that we're living in, where a lot of us work from home, once you cycle early in the morning before work, I recommend cycling 1 to 2 hours before work. Your day is not going to be the same. You'll be upbeat, you'll be alert, you'll be happier for it. So it's apart from your heart, apart from it being very good for your heart and helping to prevent cardiovascular diseases, cycling will also make you happy. It'll help your mental health as well.
Okay, now, must I know my heart condition before I go for cycling? Because, the condition of the heart really matters at every stage and point. Do I need to know the condition of my heart before I go into cycling?
That's a very good question. And it's good, before you take up any sport, it's good to seek your doctor's advice. It's good to seek expert advice. There's some people with poor heart conditions, but even research shows us that even if you have a poor heart condition, once you get it moving through cycling, it will help it.
Now, we know that there are different types of bicycles. bikes for cycling.
That's true.
Is there a particular one that would definitely be beneficial to the art? Or because I've seen of mechanized bicycles, different in more as expensive as 1 million naira, some 500,000. Any specification for that bicycle that works for the arts?
So Mudashir, I'm not going to tell you how much you should spend on a bicycle, but I'll tell you the kind of bicycles we use. We use what you call road bicycles, right? So the road bicycles, anyone can get on a road bicycle after riding for a few, you can actually learn how to ride very quickly. So you can learn how to ride within an hour. I know one of our admin officers that joined the club, she learned how to ride on World Car Free Day. We celebrated World Car Free Day in Lagos State in collaboration with the Lagos State government on the 25th of September. And she learned how to ride a bicycle that day. She didn't learn with a road bike, she learned with a hybrid. So a hybrid is in between a mountain bike, the mountain bike that a lot of us used to ride when we were younger, the popular rally bicycle that a lot of us used to ride, or that chopper that we used to
BMX,
ride. A BMX chopper, exactly,
BMX
that we used with fat tires. So the road bicycle has slimmer tires, and it's kind of like what you see the professionals riding when you watch Tour de France on television. So but you can learn. Anyone would be good for you as long as you get the heart pumping, get your pedaling. You've got the pedal movement going on, and you are moving.
Okay.
So I'm not going to say you should get an electric bicycle.
Okay.
So I'll say get a bicycle, get a manual operated bicycle, a bicycle that you can actually pedal. You pedal to get it moving. Okay. That's the bicycle that I would recommend.
With my experience on the job, I know there's a Cycling Federation of Nigeria, and I'm sure they've done a lot of things for cycling in Nigeria. But we're yet to be a cycling nation, obviously.
That's true.
And what are things you think can be done to enable us to be a cycling nation? Because in most major cities, cycling is still integral part of the community. So what do you think we should be done for us to be a cycling nation? Because if we become a cycling nation, I think then the arts, now everybody will not pay attention to the benefit of cycling to the arts.
That's a very good point. So to become a cycling nation, I think we need to be intentional about building cycling into our infrastructure. I'm happy to say that the Lagos State government, through its non-motorized transport policy, is incorporating that. So it's saying that the road belongs not just to motorists but non-motorists, which includes cyclists and pedestrians. So once the relevant infrastructure is in place to make sure that when people get on the road to cycle, they can cycle safely with other motorists, then those are the things you need to do to ensure that we're a cycling nation. So we need the president cycling. We need the governors cycling as well. So it's those things that that need to be in place to ensure that it's a cycling nation. The infrastructure is very important. Safety on the roads is very important. We find that a lot of the time, most of the time, we ride around Bodilon. That's where we normally start our rides from, around Ikoyi, before we go to the mainland. And a lot of the time, when you're cycling during the week, you'll just find a bus driver would come across and just say, "Get out of the way, Kuro Lono, what are you doing here?" And you almost want to scream and say, "I belong here. I belong here." But a lot of motorists, public transportation, a lot of them don't feel that cyclists belong on the road. They feel that, they actually look at us and feel that, they're just having fun. In fact, sometimes when we're doing our long distance rides, you'll find people shouting, "Oyibo, Oyibo," and I'm like, no, there's nothing. And this sometimes is just us, Nigerians on the road. So we're not people. I find that a lot of motorists feel that, they're just here to have fun. Yes, we're having fun, but we're also doing this to combat some of the stresses that we feel and face on a daily basis.
I just imagine when Nigeria will start inculcating the habit that the road also belongs to cyclists.
Yes.
Because I think a lot of Nigerians will debate that with you just because of how we've started our life. Some years ago, a minister, unconfirmed right now, recommended that everybody should, if fuel is expensive, that we should go back to cycling. Were you of that opinion that politically, I don't know the reason why it said that cycling should also be part of our daily activities.
Cycling should be a means of transportation. I totally agree that cycling should be a means of transportation. If you walk around, if you drive around in the morning or even walk in the morning around Lekki, Ikoyi, you'll find a lot of people cycling to work. You'll find, so for a lot of people, it's a means of transportation. Cycology also partners with an organization called African Cycling Foundation, and they provide bicycles. We provide bicycles in indigent communities, particularly for girls. For girls that are not able to that have to walk long distances to school, we provide bicycles for them. So they ride those bicycles to school. So they ride a bicycle to get to their place of education. So cycling really needs to be an integral part of our society. It's not just for recreation, for transportation, for educational purposes as well. For transportation, it's very key because it reduces the pollution on the road. It reduces carbon emission. We all know that the world is going green. We're all talking about climate change. We're all talking about the impact of pollution on the climate. Cycling will help to reduce that. Cycling is good for our environment. It's key for our environment.
Definitely, I hope after the show, I'll get to bike.
Yes, you join us. Join Cycology Cycling Club.
It's obvious that we know that some weeks ago we had the World Health Day, or World Arts Day, and they collaborated with some cycling organization, also including the Lagos State Cycling Association and also Cycology Cycling Club and other cycling, to really tell you that if you want a good art, cycling is one sport you need to be part of. I mean, to start being a cyclist. So we went there and we also celebrated with them on the World Arts Day. Enjoy this.
The researchers have found out that the more you cycle, the more your heart pumps the blood, because it's like an exercise, and that's how you keep your heart healthy. In some other climes, if there are some blockages, if you can allow the blood flow properly, it will ease up the congestion and keep your heart healthy.
Cycling is very good for the heart. If you want to have a healthy heart, you need some aerobic exercise. So that's cycling, walking, running. But we cycle. I'm the captain of a cycling club with over 230 registered members. And I can assure you that, because we cycle every Saturday, sometimes we cycle during the week on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're moving at least 4 times a week, because there are groups that cycle on Sundays as well. So we're healthy people, and our heart is healthy. Very good for you. Apart from your heart, it helps to keep you healthy, it helps to keep you happy, and helps to keep you in a good mental state.
Cycling is one of those activities that you can do even while having fun. So it's important that while you're exercising, you're also having fun. And that's why we chose cycling among other sports, because you keep moving and your heart keeps moving and you're sweating and you're having fun in the process. So cycling is a great sport to use, and that's why we're really passionate about it.
The heart has a lot of connection because it helps to keep the heart active, and the way we pump it while you're cycling, it helps to keep your heart active. And because most of us are living a sedentary lifestyle due to the nature of our job, and cycling is the only way we come out to exercise the body and keep the heart active. Hence the reason why we advocate for more cycling.
Still have Temitope George with us, and we will also be looking at, many people have said the importance of cycling, and I know that if you think sport is just for competition or sport is just for recreation, the health benefit of sport, especially cycling, goes just beyond what you're doing. Now, before our time is fast spent, but tell us what Nigerians need to do to make sure they become a cyclist. What is the attraction? I ask a lot of my guests on the show, regardless of the sport, what should attract me to football? What should attract me to chess? What should attract me to swimming? So what should attract me to cycling if I am not a cyclist? What should that be, that magnetic thing?
Fantastic. So cycling helps a lot with your discipline. So since I joined Cycology, I've been a member of Cycology Cycling Club for about 10 years now. Cycology itself was founded in 2011, so it's been in existence for over 10 years. And since I joined Cycology Cycling Club, before I joined Cycology Cycling Club, I was a night person. So I'm someone that stays up till like 2, 3 a.m. I function very well at night. So in the morning, I'm tired, I go to work tired and all that. But since I started cycling, I've become a morning person. So because I know that I have to wake up early in the morning to cycle before I go to work, I now wake up at 5 a.m. I wake up much earlier. My days are longer because by the time, so I used to have insomnia. I used to struggle with sleeping at night. But because if I wake up to cycle, when I wake up to cycle early in the morning, by 9 p.m., after a long day at work, I am tired. And so I get a good night's sleep. So cycling has helped with insomnia, helped secure my insomnia. Cycling has made me a more disciplined person. So if I'm out partying at night on Friday, I'm out at an event on Friday, because I know that on Saturday morning, I'm going to ride with a club and we're going to start riding at 6:30 a.m. and I need to be there by 6 o'clock. So that means I need to wake up at 5:30. Wherever I am at night, I'll leave about 10 o'clock. So if I party till maybe the following day, I never really used to anyway. But if you're someone that will party for a long time into the wee hours of the morning, because you have something, you have a commitment. The discipline comes in. And so, that it helps you do that. Cycling certainly has made me happier. It's made me happier.
You told me that.
I keep saying that. I said that to you when even that day we rode on Saturday, some people that hadn't been riding for a while came out. We invited some members that, don't want to wake up early, so they came out for the ride at 8 o'clock. And so after doing that loop, the Biker Hearts loop with the Nigerian Heart Foundation and Quest and Greenhouse Bikers, some of them felt, they're going to go and do some more loops of Bodilon. One of the guys that came out on that day was out this morning. So I've been up since 5:40 this morning. I went out to call the ride because I knew I was coming here. I didn't ride. I went for a walk around my estate instead.
Okay.
But there are people riding this morning because it's a public holiday.
Okay.
Cycling is an addictive sport. Okay. It's an addictive sport, but your life will be happier and healthier.
I'm sure a lot of our guests, our viewers are definitely enjoying this. Thank you very much. We need to cut. Hope we bring you some other time on the show to tell us other benefits about cycling. Thank you very much, Temitope George.
Thank you very much for inviting me, Mudashir. I'd just like to say that if you want to join, please visit our website, www.cycology.com.ng.
Okay.
All the information to join as a member will be there.
Thank you very much, Temitope.